The downside of Web3 nobody's talking about comes with privacy. What is the safety of the user's privacy? Is it because if it's decentralized, then it is public? And when a data is public, it means anybody who knows how to use the things like Etherscam and all of that can actually dive in and break down and see every details of all your transactions. I am Bitcoin Gorilla, and today we're going to be diving into the fundamental analysis of Oasis Network token known as ROSE. We're going to be breaking down the fundamental analysis, looking at the Etherscam, looking at the ROSE token provides a layer for Web3 in terms of privacy. And here's the thing, who are the whales who are in charge of this token? Because if this token has few hands that are holding it, it's going to crash. And of course, in the past, you can see what has already happened to the token. You see the token suffering from this pump and dump, right? This volatility is high because of the pump and dump. And then you see not just that, you see the token stuck on the downside, experiencing a sideways that has lasted for a very long time. So we're going to be breaking down the technical aspect of this token called ROSE, and as well as the fundamental aspect of every aspect of ROSE token.
I hear different news of how people are losing money in crypto.
So many projects seems to be popping out of crypto Twitter every day. So many people pitching their project and how successful it could be.
And you see people even going to the extent of sending free money to these developers. I remember the last one on Twitter, how he said, hey, send free money to this account, you get nothing in return.
And guess what? He made over how many thousands? Whoa! It can only happen in one community, in the rabbit hole in the crypto community. Now, so many things are popping out of this rabbit hole.
Web3.
So many people are making money, as well as so many people are losing money. And here is the sweet thing.
These projects are popping out daily. So many are great projects.
The ones who are making money are the developers. Easily. What about the users?
And it baffles me how people tend to be sending money to all these developers.
So many users ignore how their user data is being used. I remember when Mark Zuckerberg case came out, everybody was judging Mark Zuckerberg of how he sells user data to all these advertisers.
What about Web3?
How safe are these users' data? Now, this is where Web3 decentralization comes in.
Of course, if you don't know what Web3 is,
Web3 is an upgrade of Web2. Web2 is what we're currently all using, the www.com, www.org, and all of that. They are Web2. This Web2 is controlled by just a few limited number of people. This is what so many people don't like. They don't want to be putting their data in the hands of few people who have absolute control to do whatever they want with it. So they decided to bring Web3. Now, the thing about Web3 is it introduces decentralization, whereby these projects communicate with each other without needing anybody to be in charge of this user's data. Welcome to Makaveli Traders, where you get everything unlocked when it comes to your crypto trading potential. Nothing will be left unturned. We are diving deep today into the world of Web3 and exploring how privacy issues are being addressed. Let's take a closer look at a particular Web3 token called ROSE. It is from the Oasis Network, a network that seems to pitch its project as the perfect project to solve the issue of privacy in Web3. Now, if you don't know how bad Web3 privacy is, then you need to understand Web3 and the data privacy. As Web3 continues to revolutionize the digital landscape, data privacy has become a pressing concern for both individuals and businesses, and especially these developers. With decentralization at the core of Web3, Web3 aims to distribute data across all networks of computer, thereby eliminating the vulnerability associated with centralization of companies like Google. Yes. Now, however, it's important to know that decentralization alone doesn't guarantee data privacy. That's the problem. Many decentralized applications and smart contracts still collect and store data in publicly accessible database. Of course, that's what decentralization is all about. Compromising the user's privacy. Example is Etherscan. Every transaction you run is live on Etherscan. Within the Oasis network, we have the Rose token. Now, the Rose token serves as the native currency, powering transactions and fueling the network operations. As a trader or an investor, understanding the fundamental analysis as well as the technical analysis of this Rose token will determine and give you a pure gold information of what is going on Rose. And if this token, this project is worth investing in. If you notice, one thing about this token is it's a wrapped rose on most of these blockchains. So what we're seeing is the transaction on the blockchain currently using BSC scan. We see that we have about 575 addresses that are currently holding this token. You can see the total supply as well, and the total transfer has been 4,104 166 that has gone on in this token. Of course, there's the Oasis monitor by Everstake, where you're going to see the blockchain data, where you see the current block. The top 20 stake weight is about 59%. You can see the trading volume currently is about is 10.860531. That's approximately $11 million. Right. So we see $10.86 million approximately in terms of trading volume. And in terms of market cap, you can see the market cap, you can see the current price, and of course, in rows, remember this is the last 24 hours data, we can see the transaction, the block risk, you can see the operation list, and the block list. Now, all these datas are not the most important to me except this up one. The most important to me is I want to know what is going on in terms of holders, transaction, wallet. How is the money moving? Let's look at rows on Etherscan and compare it to rows on BSC scam. I am interested most specifically on the holders and the users, the active wallet and the dormant wallet. Who are the major holders? Is it possible that if one person drops this coin, the entire coin will crash? The pump and dump that happened on this coin. And I think the fundamental analysis is going to help us make sense of why that actually happened on this token. So I'm going to focus more specifically on analyzing the holders, the transactions that are going on. So I'm going to pick the topmost whales account on this particular token. So according to BSC scam, the highest holder is having 46% of the entire token on this particular coin. But here is where the contradiction comes in. So while the BSC scam says that the highest holder is 46%, mind you, according to Etherscan, we're having an entire different story. We're seeing Etherscan says that the highest holder when it comes to this token Rose is having 72% on the one wallet. And let's find out and actually look at what is going on this token, because it's beginning to get fishy and smelly in here. Let's see what Rose can do to define and explain how one person is holding 72% of the entire coin on this coin. Now, the funny thing is that this account is dormant. That's crazy. This account, last transaction is 178 days ago, not that active. And we see that the last transaction still happened in 2022, still around December. But obviously, if this wallet should dump, everything dumps. So you should understand that this token experienced the pump and dump when this person moved out money. The pump and dump that happened on Rose did take place in December. I knew something was smelling. The fish was smelling. There is a whale or something else that is fishy that is going on, and I don't trust it. And I'm telling you, my gospel, I'm not going to hide it. Something is fishy. There is a pump and dump going on this coin. There is a wallet that is housing 72% of the entire token in this coin, even as we speak. And if this token should dump, it completely crashes this entire account. And this is what happened. This is what happened. This coin moved a token in and moved it out under less than 20 days, and the entire coin went from gradual selling, and they disposed the entire coin, probably to an exchange or something. So telling us that this is a fishy one. The amount of transfers, you can see two transactions, one and two, the entire life history of this dormant account. I hate seeing this in Web3. Yes, I want to tell you the truth about this token. I can't hide it. I'm sorry, I can't sugarcoat it. It's your decision if you want to invest in this token or not. This is fishy, smelly. I don't like it. I don't deal with such. But hey, it's your choice. We will look at the technical analysis before we judge. Let's not jump to conclusion. But the fundamental analysis is already smellos. It's already smellos. That was our first wallet on Ether's scam. Now let's look at our first wallet on BSC scam. According to BSC scam, remember Binance chain scam, we have 46.8% that are currently holding this coin. Of course, this is still not so bad compared to Ether's scam, but let's see what is going on the person's back end in terms of transaction. Is it a dormant wallet or is it a hot active wallet? Whether it's going to burn my hands, we're going to find. This is a fresh baby. This wallet is as fresh as a new moon because this particular wallet is just 9 days, 1 hour old. You can see it has only experienced one transaction all its lifetime, and it was on June 5. So we see that the transaction amount, you can see it. So the second wallet seems to have like 10% of the entire coin, and this wallet is about 319 days ago. Now, of course, just like the first wallet is from a null account and is just in. So this is a dormant account holding for the past 319 days. It has only experienced one transaction in its lifetime, which happened July 2022. This is a patient trader. This is a strong hand, but we don't know whether it's a hand we can trust or not. Let's go dive deeper into the technical analysis. So now that we know the fundamental analysis, we know what the top stake weight is like, we know the current block size, we know the market cap, we know the trading volume, and we know that there's some fishy hands that are holding Rose token that could crash this token at any time, but likewise could make you very rich at any time. So the point is, it's now technical analysis that will help us track these bulls and know when they are going to move their money so that we move along with them. So let's look at the technical aspect of these tokens. So this is the chart. Let's break down what we're seeing and see if this token is worth risking. If we can track the bulls, then we can definitely make some money from this token. Remember, it's risky because only 72% entirely is held by one wallet. I see the evidence of the pump and dump that happened in the past, but the sweet thing is the accumulation that has been going on ever since the dump since in December. There is no coincidence in the chart that it shows me that it was still in the same December 2022 that the dump started. And remember, that was the last time that 72% account moved money out of that account, and that was the last time we saw Rose getting anything close to all-time high. Fishy, smelly, smellos. I know, but let's see if we can track these bulls and follow their footsteps, because if you can track the whales, then you can make money. If you can't beat them, you join them. So let's start. Weekly chart currently shows me that there has been a long term sideways market since May. Rose token is already experiencing a sideways market after hitting a low range of about price of 0.03293. That was actually the price where it launched from and started trading in November 2020. Let's look at the daily chart and see if this accumulation that is currently going on this token can benefit us, or we should actually run from this token. So we see that the chances of a pull up is actually high, and I will tell you why I said that. Now in my box, we're going to be using the empty Pandora's box, and according to what I'm saying here, there's already a struggle that is going on to hold a support. Now, if they hold this support, is very crucial because we can see how many times this particular point has been attempted to be broken before they broke it down here, right? So we see they break it down here. Now, this multiple attempt can have both positive and negative effect. It's likely right now having a positive effect because it's just hit twice. So we are likely going to experience something like this. They are going to return to the top of this, right? To the top here. The chances are high. That is the chances of Rose returning first of all to 0.083 range is there. But the fact that we are in a range, one thing you must know about ranges is that though price tend to want to break out, breakouts often fail because buyers and sellers are constantly busy trading. It's a very busy range. There's a strong exchange of hands in trade. That's why you see candle as this person buy, another person instantly sell, and there is constant battle between buyers and sellers. And the fact that they have held on to this point is important, and they have broken above this particular line, this yellow line, and broken below the white line. You can see it's like I attack you, you attack back. So, and after they returned, they have tried to break below the point after this breakdown. They have tried to break below this point twice. They are on the second attempt. And if this attempt fail, it tells me something very clearly. It tells me that they are going to likely hit this point. Like I said, this is according to the empty Pandora's box. And if I'm to implement simple price action, like are they trying to form head and shoulder here? Oh, that is weird. For a neckline, this would be our right shoulder. This would be our left shoulder. Sorry, this would be our right shoulder, and this will be our head. But obviously, that doesn't work. So we threw that off the window. Didn't work. Didn't work. Just didn't work. So price action pattern right now, it's not working on this. So we're going to strictly follow the empty Pandora's box because that's the only thing right now that is going to help us decipher if this possibility of them holding this current support, because the only surviving support right now is 0.034 range. That is the only support right now that is existing, and anything that goes below it, my dear, I don't know what to tell you, because the previous support is the only last left support, which is around, let's even approximately give it at 0.031 or 0.03, right? Anything that goes below this point is a free fall. Why? Because there's no previous support left. It's going to keep falling until it decided not to fall again, until they exhaust all the sell off. But on the occasion, because I am seeing that the likelihood of survival is high. Why? Because if this range continues to range, its accumulation, because now it's extending longer, and it could be that we could have a move to return at least to that 0.178 range, even if they would tank again. But I really see them getting to that 0.18 range, and if it favors the bulls and they have enough accumulation, chances are high. But be very, very mindful to use a stop loss order that anything that goes below 0.03, it's not worth it because you don't know how far it's going to fall. And I'm not going to come here to deceive you that I do know, because I have dealt with a lot of these coins that I've done analysis, and most of them charted all the support, and I tried to see if it could give a reason to buy, of which I made so many predictions last year that really flopped. And I learned from it, and I am growing from it, and I've learned to actually say what I see. How you take it, how you respond to it is up to you. I will tell you the truth of what I'm saying. Rose right now is accumulating and there's chances of move up. But the chances of failure also lies there, especially with the fact of what I saw on the fundamental analysis. It could be good, it could be bad, because if such a huge amount of the entire token is being controlled by a small one wallet, it's very dangerous to the entire blockchain and the entire token lifespan. It can crash at any time and it can stay down for a very long time. So, depending on how these bulls move and these whales on this coin move, we could get something. Remember, 9 days ago, we have our 46% increase in the blockchain where somebody had a fresh wallet. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla, and this is what I see on this token. So if you're buying, it's accumulating. Chances of a move up, if it's up to, let me not say 65% because I do not want to exaggerate, but you can get up to 55%. Chances of down is up to 45%. You can see the balance is not that strong. So the decision is up to you. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. Thank you for watching and happy trading.
Worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.